too. Jesus Christ.
Sean's looking good though.
I'm ready.
We're going to go down the list of injuries this evening. Most significant, of course, is Dylan James, out for the season. As you just saw on the pregame show, he will not be in the offensive backfield. Hayden Alba is the starting quarterback, and his pass is tipped early on in the first play of the game in Week 5. The Cherokee Trail Cougars in their blue pants, white jerseys, burgundy helmets against the all-black and blue Grandview Wolves. Another neighborhood rivalry. Two teams who are now 2-2 overall and preparing for conference play, which kicks off next week. Grandview just down the road. If you're watching us from out of state, Hayden Alba is the fourth quarterback on this roster and dumps it off to Malik Sparrow and wrapped up at about the 7-8 yard line. So Malik Sparrow is back in that offensive backfield at running back without Dylan James. Tonight, Kyle Lothan, watching this evening, thinking about him, broke his jaw. He's the third string quarterback. He broke that in the loss to Eagle Crest last week. Alba, complete, 20-yard line. And a pickup of 6 yards to Roberts, Sean Roberts, the receiver and specialist with the reception there.
Number 13, Prentice Wilson.
So fourth down now, and Roberts set to punt it away for the Cougars. So opening drive, not a good one. It's going to take a few reps for these guys to kind of learn each other, because there are so many players getting varsity action tonight. And there's a penalty on the field. And the officials will talk about that and discuss that. With 10:25 to play in the opening quarter, it's scoreless. A roughing the kicker call. First down for your Cherokee Trail Cougars here in the first quarter. They'll take that after kind of a rough start to get it going. And a retry here now with 10:25 to play. Hayden Alba is the starting quarterback tonight. Once again, Ethan Lesky out with concussion. And this one almost intercepted. Thrown over the middle.
Pass broken up by number 2, Jordan Kanapke. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cougars.
Kanapke breaks it up. Glad to have you with us tonight on the NFHS Network. Jeff Olson is here up in the press box once again producing. I'm Blake Olson. You can follow me on Twitter at Blake Olson1. YouTube channel is Blake Olson. Alba is the quarterback. Hands it off to Sparrow. He picks up a couple of yards, actually back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And this is going to be a challenge because Dylan James is a threat. All eyes always on number 5, and he is out for the season, along with Kyle Lothan. Check that, Lothan. I always do that. I think about Marty Lothan, the former Air Force quarterback. And that's the first name I want to pronounce is Lothan, but it is Kyle Lothan. Dakota Rodriguez out. Ethan Lesky once again at quarterback, the starting quarterback. They're hoping to have him back soon, possibly next week. We'll see. Cole Graper, the wide receiver, he's out for at least a week with concussion. Danny Meyer, the offensive and defensive lineman, possibly 3 to 4 weeks. We'll see. Dawson Spann hasn't played this season. Drew King, who got the start last week on the offensive line, is out. Marquise Rogers comes back tonight, though, and that's a great sign. Number 55, the senior on the offensive line. 9:20 to play in the first quarter. Alba spins to his left and he's sacked. And the Wolves all over it. The offensive line will have their hands full tonight. So that brings up a 4th down again. And the redo did not work well. So once again, Roberts back to punt. CT's defense getting ready with 8:37 on the clock. A high snap. Roberts is going to keep it at the 30-yard line, is hit hard. And that was a high snap. I don't think he thought he could get it off in time and just decided to run with it. So, great field position for Grandview right now with 8:28 to play from the 33-yard line of CT. You're watching Cherokee Trail High School football live on the NFHS Network. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Hard-nosed physical football team once again from Grandview. Kyle Smith is the quarterback.
On the carry.
Jordan Billingsley, a running back that they'll have to keep an eye on. 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7 now with 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. Thursday night 5A football from Legacy Stadium in Southeast Aurora. Smith hands off. Billingsley picks up about 3 yards on the play.
Number 8, Jordan Billingsley on the carry. Good for another 2 yards. Going to bring out 3rd and 5 for the Wolves.
3rd and 5 with 7:38 to play in the first quarter. Both teams 2-2, preparing for the conference action next week as that kicks off on the 6th week of high school football in Colorado. Right side, and that's going to be close to a 1st down. Billingsley once again takes it around the right side for a pickup of 4 yards. A chilly night tonight. Winds from the south as we celebrate our American heroes tonight and the great veterans in the metro area. The officials are wearing hats to honor the veterans. What a great job that they've done here in the Cherry Creek School District. And Grandview will get a 1st down as Smith keeps it.
For a Grandview 1st down.
6:37 to play in the first quarter.
We'll bring up 1st and 10 from the Cherokee Trail 19-yard line.
After the loss to Eagle Crest last week, the Cougars lost some of their best players. And Justin Watson is in there, a linebacker, and getting his first start is number 25, Antonio Collins as well. Dean Dyer is up front at the nose tackle position. Swanson at one of the safety spots, along with Denzel Williams, of course. And this quarter of football is brought to you by On Point Urgent Care. People you know, people you trust. 3 locations in the South Metro area: Highlands Ranch, Lone Tree, and right here in Aurora. About a mile away from Legacy Stadium. On Point Urgent Care. 1st and 10 for the home team tonight. The Wolves from Grandview. Smith is at quarterback. Set to pass. And he throws it complete to about the 13-yard line. Andrew Turner with the reception. Short little pass now at the 13-yard line of CT. Trying to hold the Wolves. 2nd and 4, 5:52 to play in the opening quarter. Smith, far sideline, complete, making a nice move and into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game for Grandview is Julius Carter, the wide receiver. Grandview takes a 6-0 lead. After Roberts was forced to keep it on the punt, trying to make a play after the high snap, and Grandview takes advantage. On the board first here at Legacy Stadium in this great neighborhood rivalry game, and the field goal is good. 7-0. Wolves from Grandview.
With 5:40 left in the first quarter. The score, Grandview Wolves 7.
You're watching CT Football. Cougars Football, 5A Football, brought to you by On Point Urgent Care. Mention this ad to On Point Urgent Care. Tell them that you saw it on CT Football. And the game tonight on this Thursday night against Grandview, and you can go into On Point Urgent Care and get a flu shot for just $10. Only $10 for a flu shot. Take advantage of that and tell On Point Urgent Care that you saw it on CT Football Live. Bartles back to return this kick, along with Swift. Bartles and Swift, two really impressive athletes and fast young men getting their opportunity tonight to start in varsity football. Donovan's father, the receivers coach, Colin Peanut, does a great job, and just to the left of us here in the coaching booth. Around the right side is Roberts. Kind of a mini jet sweep.
Run by Sean Roberts.
Pickup of 2 yards for Roberts with 5:25 to play in the first quarter. The CT Cougars and the Grandview Wolves. Grandview coming off a loss to Cherry Creek. And CT coming off that loss against Eagle Crest. Bartles split out to the right. Swanson to the left. Alba. Complete to Roberts. Nice little pass, dumping it off to Sean Roberts, the junior. Pickup of 5 yards. You heard Coach Johnson talk about Garrett Looney, the offensive coordinator in the Great game that he called last week in the loss against Eagle Crest, and once again forced to be creative this evening. Tight line now. Handoff Sparrow right side to the 29-yard line. Pickup of 2 yards.
It's going to bring up fourth down.
Fourth down again. 4:09 to play in the first quarter. Grandview leading 7-0. CT trying to figure out something on offense. Gonna have to punt this one away, or at least attempt to punt it. But I don't see. They're gonna go for it on 4th and 1 here. And Marquise Rogers looks like he jumped off. Let's see what they call. So Marquise comes back after 3 weeks on the injured list. So now they'll attempt to punt this one away. Trying to draw Grandview off sides, and
number 13, Brennan Wilson.
They are guilty of the penalty on the 4th and 1. 3:30 to play in the first quarter. Roberts is the punter. Here's the snap. He gets this one off. I didn't see a fair catch, but the catch is made at about the 49-yard line of CT. First down. 3:17 to play in the first quarter. CT Cougars football live. 5A football in Colorado. Thank you for watching us tonight. Another short week for these teams. 7:30 start, Thursday night game. Handoff up the middle and way too many yards. Pickup of 6 yards for Billingsley.
Good for close to 6 yards. Going to bring up second and a short 5 to the Wolves.
2nd and 5 for Grandview. John Schultz, once again the longtime head coach, knows Joe Johnson very well. Played some big games against each other, Thunder Ridge and Grandview. Pickup of 9 yards, 2:43 to play in the opening quarter. CT gonna have to dig down deep here on defense. Perkins up front, along with Dean Dyer and Calvin Rodriguez at that left end. This pass is complete once again. The same player who scored the touchdown, Julius Carter.
Smith complete to Julius Carter. Fumbled out of bounds. Will bring up about a 2nd and 3 for the Wolves.
Looks like 2nd and 3 or 4 possibly now for Grandview. 2 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. Kyle Smith is the quarterback. Mark Anthony Thomas, one of the linebackers for the Cougars, walking up at the nose tackle position, and here comes the pressure, and hit hard by Mark Anthony Thomas.
Sack on the play by number 56.
Great defense by the Cougars.
We'll bring up about 3rd and 6 for the Wolves.
3rd down now. And you saw number 35, Thomas, walking up on defense, looking for his opportunity. Julian Williams in there as well, the sophomore linebacker. Here comes the pressure. Missed tackle by Calvin Rodriguez. He's not going to like that. Smith to the 15-yard line, takes it out of bounds. So Calvin Rodriguez had the pressure and the sack, missed the tackle, and a first down for Grandview and the Wolves with 1:29 to play in the first quarter. 25-yard gain for Grandview. They lead 7-0. CT Football Live on the NFHSnetwork.com. Billingsley behind Smith. Here's a handoff, a jet sweep, and what a tackle by Swanson. Darius.
Prentice Wilson on the carry. No gain.
What a great job. Coming up and making that tackle. Speed, stretching out. Grabbing the back with the ball, Prentice Wilson. Swanson, a big play. As the clock ticks down, 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Defense trying to come up big here. Smith, hands off, wrapped up. How about the Cougars and the sophomore linebacker once again? Williams
on the run. No gain.
with the tackle in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage, Julian Williams. That's a big play. Third down at 11 now. 25 seconds to go on the clock. Here in the first quarter. Boy, they have to feel good about that. Williams coming up strong along with Swanson on the play earlier. 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. Smith squares up, fires, touchdown. Grandview.
Number 16, Kyle Smith connects with number 13, Prentice Wilson.
Prentice Wilson
touchdown.
with that skinny post. And Smith throws a laser. And Grandview with their second touchdown of the night. They lead 13-0 here at Legacy Stadium to end the first quarter. And the extra point is no good.
Point attempt is no good. At the end of the first quarter, the Grandview Wolves
13-0. Grandview leading the Cherokee Trail Cougars, who are without 6 starters on my count, and arguably their best, if not one of their best players, in Dylan James, out for the season, along with Kyle Lothan, the third string quarterback. James was the second string, Lothan the third, and Alba is the fourth string quarterback. Cicerone is the fifth quarterback, but he can't play. He has to wait 5 games. He's a transfer from Chaparral. He comes back next week to take on his old team. This quarter of football is brought to you by On Point Urgent Care. 3 great locations in the South Metro area. And the second quarter is brought to you by Heads Up Salon and Spa. Pamper yourself at Heads Up Salon and Spa. Swift trying to come up with this one. Bobbled around a little bit and falls on it, thankfully. So good to see Bartles and Swift in varsity play tonight.
Fumble recovered by the Cougars.
11:58 to play.
On their own 19-yard line.
A lot of guys having to step up tonight. Grant Cicerone once again, the quarterback, senior Chaparral. So He's not in uniform. And we are just praying that Alba stays healthy tonight. Swanson split out to the left. Here's the handoff. Sparrow, left side, 30, 40-yard line, to the 50, inside the 50, to the 41-yard line. Malik Sparrow, great call by the coaching staff, and a wonderful run.
Plays good for
40-yard pickup. Boy, there was a lot of room for Sparrow to do his thing. Took advantage of it. 11:49 to play now in the second quarter. Roberts gonna throw this one wide open. Mark Anthony Thomas from Roberts. The Looney offense strikes again. Thomas finds Roberts. How about that throw? From the 2017 version of Jim Thorpe. 40-yard touchdown pass. Roberts to M.A. Thomas. And the extra point is no good, unfortunately. Just have to figure out a way, clean that stuff up. Need those points. It was blocked. Once again, this quarter of Cherokee Trail football is brought to you by Heads Up Salon and Spa. Pamper yourself. Northeast section of the Southlands. Beautiful building. And a beautiful place. Pamper your wife, pamper yourself. Heads Up Salon and Spa. 11:41 to go in the second quarter, and the CT Cougars, no quitting them. Love that play. Sean Roberts finds Mark Anthony Thomas. Playing both sides of the ball this season. Great athlete, and he was wide open. Nice throw by Mr. Roberts. Can throw the ball a little bit. Hey, thank you to our special sponsors tonight. Heads Up Salon and Spa, of course. 3 Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant. On Point Urgent Care. Heads Up, as you saw their logo earlier. The Rock Restaurant, Tuesday nights, the coaches show at the Rock. Got a little squibber here. Grandview gets a big return out of that one to the 49-yard line.
Picked up by number 42, Cade Bruckman. Returns the ball to the 50-yard line.
And that's not what they had envisioned with 11:37 to play in the first half. Golden Flame, Hot Wings, and Aurora. Thank you very much to them. Hamden and Tower fed the team this week. What a great place. Golden Flame, Hot Wings. Wrapping up is Swanson. And Thomas after the touchdown reception.
Jordan Billingsley
with 11:25 to play in the first half. Good crowd on hand as we honor and celebrate and say thank you to all the great veterans and the American heroes here in the metro area. Had some pizza tonight and a nice dinner. That's a big time run right up there, the middle. 10 yards for Billingsley. Have to find a way to stop that one. Justin Fuller is in there at nose tackle now. Number 62. C. Watson, number 56, the linebacker. With his hand on the ground for this play. Up the middle again, looked like an option right.
Aaron Harris on the carry, tackled by number 56.
Pickup of 3 yards for Grandview.
Justin Watson going to bring up 2nd and 7.
The defense trying to flex their muscle here with 10 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the first half. Thank you to the Olive Garden, Firehouse Subs, Health Images, Mountain Dog Photography. 2nd down. Here's the pitch out to the right. Billingsley to the 20, inside the 20, knocked out of bounds by Denzel Williams. All these guys know each other for the most part from the Spartans and growing up playing football against one another and with each other. 10 yards on the play. First and 10. 18-yard line. Smith hands off. Billingsley up the middle. Hit hard. And a flag on the play. There's going to be a hold.
Marker on the play.
Williams with the stick. Wow. Nice job coming up on that one. Julian Williams. See Austin Jandick playing offense and defense tonight once again. Number 58.
Personal foul. Shot block.
What a great football player he is.
Still first down.
Did they call a chop block? Chop block on the Grandview Wolves. They can't say enough about the bands from Cherokee Trail and Grandview. Just bring so much atmosphere to the stadium. Great job by the bands from both schools. CT Cougars, A+. Good job. 9:42 on the clock, first half. Another hard hit at the line of scrimmage. Jandick flexing his muscle.
Harris tapping for a loss.
Big number 58.
By number 58, Austin Jandick.
Man, if there's one guy that you know you're going to see fired up in the locker room, it's going to be number 58, Austin Jandick. Watson, number 56 there, along with Williams. Isaac Kearns, number 28, the other linebacker. 2nd down, 27 down. Smith, complete, 20-yard line, to the 15, to the 10, inside the 10, to the 7-yard line.
On the play, as it stands right now.
And they're indicating a face mask on the play.
Savage Carter.
Boy, just too much. It's kind of like that 4th and 22 last week. Opportunity to do something big, long yardage, and unable to stop Eagle Crest. And this is going to be a face mask on CT. And they'll walk it up
Result of the play is a Grandview
to the 3.5-yard line. 1st and goal now for Grandview. After that big play. You know, the defense was there. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at it. There may have been a missed tackle. 8:44 in the first half. And wide open. Touchdown, Grandview.
Touchdown! Goal! Pass complete by number 16, Kyle Smith, to number 44, Big Dane Quim.
19-6 now. Grandview leads with 8:36 to play in the first half. You're watching Cherokee Trail Football on the NFHSnetwork.com. Wasn't pretty, and CT will take that. Extra point, no good. 19-6, 8:36 to play in the first half. Grandview leading one of their neighborhood rivals, the Cherokee Trail Cougars, here at Legacy Stadium. Tonight's second quarter, once again, is brought to you by Heads Up Salon and Spa, northeast section of the Southlands Mall. Once again, thank you to Three Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant, The Rock Restaurant on Smoky Hill and 470. Tuesday nights, 6:30, the pregame show with head coach Joe Johnson. Come on out, enjoy the food and fun, and we'll talk high school football and Cherokee Trail football at the Rock Restaurant. Dion's, right across the street here from Legacy Stadium. Thank you for your support. Italian food and pizza. 8:36 now to play in the first half. Swift and Bartles back to return this. A high kick. And Bartles makes a great move. Near sideline, inside the 40, hit hard, knocked out of bounds. At about the 43-yard line. 30-yard return for the sophomore. Hey, that's how you do it. 8:30 to play in the first half. Do not quit. Get your reps. Every play is vital. 19-6 now. Let's see what creativity Garrett Looney has up his sleeve. Alba. Malik Sparrow, how about that, cutting upfield to the 50-yard line. Sparrow, a pickup of 8 yards on the run with 8:18 to play in the first half. And Sparrow is on the field, unfortunately, laying down and up now, thankfully. Coach Crouch will help him up, along with the training staff and head coach Joe Johnson. Well, we don't need to see that tonight. He's putting weight on both ankles, and we'll keep an eye on him. 8:14 to play in the first half. CT Football Live on the NFHSnetwork.com. Alba, quarterback. Mark Anthony Thomas in the backfield with him. Alba. He's got a receiver open. Roberts caught it and then dropped it. They say incomplete.
Pass intended for number 15.
Wow.
By number 3.
Smoke and go. Roberts was open, and a nice throw from Alba. Would have been a big pickup for the Cougars. Man, that was a beautiful play. Good call by Coach Looney. And the Cougars, nice job by the sophomore quarterback. Alba lets it go, it's complete. First down, Cherokee Trail.
Pass by number 15.
Good piece of work right there. Mark Anthony Thomas with the reception and the first down. 8 minutes to play in the first half. They would love nothing more than to get 6 or 7 on the board before halftime. We've seen the big play ability of CT. Keeping Grandview honest. Once again, without Dylan James the rest of the season, the star running back. Alba. This one is caught! My goodness! To Roberts! Wow! Look at that balance! I don't know what route he ran, and I don't know how Alba got that ball over the defense. What a great pass and concentration by Roberts. 25 yards on the pickup after the reception. Wow. Big time play. 7-12 to go here in the first half. Cherokee Trail High School football on the NFHS network. Swanson jet sweep right side. They saw this one coming. Swanson tries to make the most out of it and get back to the line of scrimmage. But he's going to lose 3 yards on the play. 6:47. Sense of urgency here for CT. And a lot of young, skilled players getting their PT tonight in week 5. Both teams 2-2. Alba, the quarterback. Sparrow is back out there. Roberts again. Roberts, hold on to the football. Swung around. And
another tackle for a loss made by
obviously he was looking to throw it again.
Eisenhart.
Handing it off to one of their really good athletes, Roberts, Alba, but the pressure came from the Wolves. So Coach Looney pulling out all the stops, and you have to in a game like this. There's so many of your star players out. Alba, back to pass, steps up. Nice job by Hayden. Hayden hit hard at about the 26-yard line. Wow.
16 on the key.
Alba is a tough cookie, I can tell you that much. He's also a linebacker. He took that hit. You don't want him taking that hit, especially now when you really only have one official quarterback on the roster. Even though we've seen Sean Roberts throw a touchdown pass. Matty Bartles with the hold. Roberts set to kick this thing. A 43-yard field goal attempt is short, no good.
43-yard field goal attempt is no good by number 15.
Well, that's disappointing for the Cougars.
We'll bring up 1st and 10 for
some
the Wolves
creativity, some big plays, and then unable to put any points on the board with 4:49 to go in the first half. You're watching CT Cougars football, brought to you by Heads Up Salon and Spa. It's right there at the northeast section of the Southlands. Separate building there, and I'm sure you've seen it, but stop by Heads Up Salon and Spa today. 1st and 10, 4:49 to go in the first half. Calvin Rodriguez with the tackle, wrapping up, and the Wolves will take this one out to the 24-yard line.
Calvin Rodriguez.
Thanks to Steve Carpenter, athletic director, with the great vision here at Cherokee Trail High School. He and Larry Bull, the athletic director from Cherry Creek School, setting up this annual event where we say thank you to the veterans and the American heroes who allow us to enjoy great nights like this. High school football, 19-6. Just over 4 minutes to play in the first half. The Wolves, led by their quarterback Smith, in the shotgun. Back to pass. Hands up, overthrown. And Miles Ruiz is there for the coverage.
Pass intended for number 9.
Great coverage by the corners.
Here's up 4th and 6 for the Wolves.
Kobe Sconyers and Miles Ruiz. Denzel Williams doing his job, along with Darius Swanson.
Timeout. Cherokee Trail. First timeout.
Timeout. Cherokee Trail, along with Heads Up Salon and Spa. Thank you to Firehouse Subs. Sounds good about right now. Health Images, thank you for supporting Cherokee Trail football. And the Olive Garden. Legacy Stadium. 4th down, 6 yards to goal with 4:14 on the clock for the Wolves from Grandview. Defense prepared for anything. Grandview back in punt formation. And this one caught by Roberts, and a nice job.
By number 15.
So we have another opportunity here with 4:08 to go in the first half of play. CT Cougars with the ball, trailing 19-6. Dylan James out for the season. Kyle Lothan, Dakota Rodriguez, Ethan Lesky out for at least another week, the quarterback. So you have a lot of guys stepping up in varsity football tonight, sophomores and juniors. Here's the pass, Alba to his classmate, Bartles, and gets out of bounds. Nice job. 4:02 for play in the first half. Pickup of 9 yards for the Cougars. Coming up is the On Point Urgent Care Halftime Show. Learn more about On Point Urgent Care. Timeout. A little stretching at about the 48-yard line. This quarter of football is brought to you by Heads Up Salon and Spa once again. Beautiful building. Great place to pamper yourself. We told this story a couple weeks ago. Maddie wears number 21. Would love to wear number 20, but Denzel Williams has that number. Because the great Johnny Rogers, one of his favorites of all time. A blast from the past. It's good that he knows great players like that from decades gone by. Here's the handoff. Sparrow tries to cut back to the right. That's a good run. That's a first down.
Sparrow on the carry.
Great cutback. Sparrow, first down. CT Cougars with 3:57 to play in the first half. Taking on their neighborhood rival, pickup of 3, the Wolves from Grandview. State championship about a decade ago. Always in the playoffs, always a contender. CT, this one is overthrown, and did they? Yes, they did, a hold. And an interference, I believe, is what they'll call with the flag there, of course, and nice job. Good job by Alba getting rid of that ball. And the receivers, good routes, running hard.
Defense number 2, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Yes, sir, first down. Cherokee Trail from the 26-yard line.
And first down for the Cougars
of Grandview.
25-yard line.
25.5-yard line, 3:30 to play in the first half. Trying to come back here, down 19-6, plenty of pride. Alba, here's the pass, almost intercepted at about the 15-yard line. Intended for Roberts.
By number 1, Kevin Clark.
.325. Glad you joined us. I know we have a lot of viewers watching out of state tonight. I believe George Gano's father is watching tonight. Hello to you. Sir, thank you very much for watching tonight on the NFHSnetwork.com. 3:25 on the clock, first half. Legacy Stadium. Hayden Alba, the fourth quarterback on this roster, in the shotgun. The whistles blow. Delay a game. And we're going to see a few of those tonight, you would think. Hopefully not, but there's just a lot of things going on this evening with the new players and new spots. Kind of dialed into JV football and then playing on special teams, and then all of a sudden all these guys go down last week, and it's time to step up. And that's what Coach Johnson told them before the game in the locker room. Alba. This one is tipped, intended for Roberts.
Alba's pass is broken up by number 33, Samate.
So that brings up a third down now, and a long 15. We've seen a touchdown pass from Roberts coming around on the sweep and then delivering it to Mark Anthony Thomas for the touchdown. Alba at quarterback. Sparrow is split out here to the left along with Swanson. And this one to Swanson in traffic. Swanson trying to get upfield. You could see that one developing.
Green pass, red.
And unfortunately, so could Grandview. We haven't heard a lot from Swanson on offense. So Looney trying to use everyone, take advantage of these athletes, keep them off balance and on their heels. Check that, 2:45 to play in the first half. Alba delivers one up top into coverage and broken up. Roberts, the intended receiver.
That'll result in a turnover by down.
So Grandview will take over. Let's take a look at Coach Jackson and Coach Looney, the offensive coordinator there. And head coach Joe Johnson in the white coaching shirt. 2:36 to play in the half. Trying to keep Grandview out of the end zone here. Smith is the quarterback. Jet sweep right side, 35, 40-yard line to the 44-yard line.
Carried by number 13.
Prentice Wilson.
Play is good for Grandview. First down.
First down, Grandview. 2:29 to play in the first half. 19-6. CT with that spectacular play. Roberts to Thomas. Right side, Billingsley, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Billingsley, and the Grandview Wolves.
Play is good for a 54-yard run by number 8.
Well, you heard it on the PA announcement, 54 yards, 2:19 to play in the first half. 25-6. 6 key players out for CT. And the extra point is good. So with 2:19 to play in the first half, Grandview leading by 20 points now, 26-6. The second quarter of CT football is brought to you by Heads Up Salon and Spa. We're located on the northeast section of the Southlands. Come by and pamper yourself at Heads Up Salon and Spa. Thursday night, great crowd on hand for this rivalry game, celebrating American veterans. The cannon is out, and plenty of vets in the stadium. Thank you to all of you who serve our great country. With 2:19 to play in the first half, here's the kick. Swift, Bartles, check that. Out to the 27-yard line. Matty Bartles.
Matty Bartles on the return. Returns the ball to the character trail. 26-yard line. Bringing out first and 10 for the Cougars.
Special thanks once again to the Rock Restaurant, Tuesday nights, 6:30. And also Golden Flame Hot Wings in Aurora. GFHwings.com. Tower and Hamden. Thank you. Here's the reverse fumble in the backfield. And hopefully the Cougars fell on it, and they did. Marquise Rogers was there, and it's good to see him back in uniform.
Loss on the play.
Missing
He's going to bring out
a couple of weeks of action. And the Cougars need him on the offensive line, especially with Drew King going out last week. He gets the start. And then a knee during that game. Another injured player. 1:33 to play in the first half.
Carry, tackled hard by number 23, TJ Thomas Jenkins. Timeout, Grandview.
Challenging night tonight so far, and not a surprise. CT knew this was going to be extremely difficult against this quality team from Grandview when you have guys like James and Lothan and Rodriguez out. Lesky, the starting quarterback, hoping to get him back next week or the following week. Cole Graper is not in uniform tonight. He was concussed last week. Danny Meyer, who's a productive player, very important for this team, is not playing tonight. Once again, we talked about King, but Rogers comes back, number 55. 1:26 to go in the first half. Alba floats this one up, far sideline, hit hard, out of bounds. After the catch, Roberts, another completion, pickup of 10 yards.
Down of bounds, it's going to bring up 4th and 8 for the Cougars.
4th down, 8 to go. Coming up is the On Point Urgent Care halftime show. And then we have
number 13, Prentice Wilson, back
another half of high school football on this Thursday night for you. Roberts set to punt it away. And that one was close. And they'll start this with 1:16 to play in the first half at the 47.5-yard line. Hey, you need a good photographer. Mountain Dog Photography. Thank you for everything that Mountain Dog Photography does for CT football. .116 play in the first half. Billingsley up the middle. Way too much room. And a big gain for Billingsley.
For a gain of about 13 yards. Play is good for a Grandview
13
first down.
yards on the carry. 1 minute to play in the first half. A challenging week, short week, and whole bunch of players getting their opportunity, getting their feet wet here, and this one's complete on the post. Stretching out and making a nice grab
Complete to number 13.
is Prentice Wilson. And Grandview trying to get in the end zone. They'll down this one with 43.9 seconds on the clock. And things kind of unraveling right now for CT. A lot to talk about in the locker room. And they'll regroup in the second half. Have to try to keep Grandview out of the end zone here. Wrapping up, Mark Anthony Thomas spinning. Billingsley Williams prevents Billingsley from scoring. 36.1 on the clock. 26-6. Grandview leads, and a timeout on the field. Let's take a look at the defense. Cherokee Trail. Watson, once again, Antonio Collins, number 25 there on the left, and Kearns, number 28. Good to see Collins getting some serious playing time with the Cougars. Swanson leads them back out onto the field along with Kobe Sconyers there, and Dean Dyer up front. Calvin Rodriguez, Thompson and Kearns, Williams. Right side after the pitch, here come the Cougars, and what a play! That was a big-time play by Kearns, number 28.
Calvin Rodriguez.
And they will line up for the field goal here on 4th and 4. 4th and goal from the 4. A 26-yard field goal attempt is blocked. And what a play by Swanson. Diving in there. Blocking the field goal. Darius Swanson, nice job. Coach Johnson says, way to get in there. Darius, do your job. Great job by Swanson diving to block that thing. It's funny because I see him at practice and I've watched him all summer, and he reminds me a lot of a former defensive back and corner, also played safety from Longview, Texas. His name was Bobby Taylor, played at Notre Dame and also for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he blocked as many field goals in college football over a 3-year period as you could find. Just a great athlete, had a vertical, could stretch out, and very long and athletic like Darius Swanson. So a nice effort keeping
And the Cherokee Trail
the Wolves off the scoreboard
Once again, if I could direct
late
your
in the
attention
first
to the south
half,
end
and those
zone.
are the type of plays you like to see from your leaders. It's halftime at Legacy Stadium, and Grandview leads 26-6 over the Cherokee Trail Cougars. Dean Dyer, number 51 at the nose tackle position. Austin Jandick, number 58, along with Calvin Rodriguez, Mark Anthony Thomas. There's a handoff, Billingsley, big hole. Billingsley brought down at about the 27-yard line. First down.
Billingsley again on the carry. Once again, good for a Grandview first down.
11:15 to go in the third quarter. This quarter of football is brought to you by the Rock Restaurant, Smoky Hill and 470. Billingsley, left side, and dragged down by Mark Anthony Thomas at the 26-yard line.
Tackled by number 35, Mark Anthony Thomas. Will bring up 2nd and 9.
Thomas caught a touchdown pass from Roberts in the first half, put 6 on the board for CT. And at that point, they cut the lead, and it was a 1-touchdown game. But since then, Billingsley and Grandview running all over CT right now.
Billingsley again.
And this is a tall order. First down
for a Grandview
with 10:22 on the clock here in the third quarter. Great crowd on hand at Legacy Stadium for this rivalry game. Smith hands off. Pickup of 2 yards. Jandick in there.
Number 45, Will Snyder on the carry.
Along with Watson.
Plays good for a gain of 3.
Dean Dyer.
Make that 4. Going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Wolves.
In there as well. Billingsley wrapped up by Williams. Julian Williams and Calvin Rodriguez. Denzel Williams, pickup of 2 yards. See the goal line. 10 yards away, and CT trying to keep him out of the end zone. With 9:04 to play in the third quarter. Billingsley, fumble, and it looks like the Cougars have jumped on it. Mark Anthony Thomas with the fumble recovery for CT.
Mark Anthony Thomas bring up 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
New life.
From their own 10-yard line. Make that 8.
Now see if Cherokee Trail could do something with the rock here. Hayden Albaugh, the sophomore quarterback, with the start tonight. 4th on the depth chart. Top 3 quarterbacks out, injuries. Albaugh doing a nice job. Sparrow in the offensive backfield with him. Dumps it out near sideline. Bartles, Matty, has had a nice night in his first varsity start to the 30-yard line, and it's going to be a holding call. Well, unfortunately,
holding, offense number 1. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
a holding call on CT after a nice play. 7:48 to go in the third quarter. The Rock Restaurant, our third quarter sponsor. You can watch the games live at The Rock on game night and replays throughout the week at The Rock Restaurant, Smoky Hill and 470. This is complete. Far sideline to the 14-yard line. Pick up of 5 yards to Swanson. Block that field goal attempt.
Pass complete
at the end of the first half.
Tackled by number 7.
And coming out here tonight,
will bring up 2nd and 4 for the Cougars.
Trying to be a playmaker with 8:07 to play in the third quarter. Alba in the shotgun. Hands off, Sparrow. Back to the line of scrimmage, I believe.
Play goes for a loss. Tackled by number 6, Darius Tucker.
Or maybe a loss. 7:40 to play in the third quarter. The Rock Restaurant, food, fun, and games. Watch all the games at The Rock at Smoky Hill and 470. 7:20 to play in the third quarter. You're watching CT Football Live on the NFHS Network. Alba, incomplete. Intended for Roberts.
All balls passed, balls incomplete. Intended for number 15. He's going to bring up 4th down for the Cougars.
4th down now.
Back deep to receive the punt, number 13, Prentice Wilson. And
so Roberts need a good snap here.
Roberts.
So Roberts can get this thing off and give CT a chance here on defense. I don't know, we're going to have a blocking
marker in the play.
Roughing the punter. I didn't see it. I'm following the ball, but a roughing the punter call would be nice for CT at this point.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense, number 1. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
All right, so a nice break for the CT Cougars. Take whatever you can get. Roberts stands in there, gets the punt away, and the personal foul on Grandview. 7:06 now to go in the third quarter. Cherokee Trail down 26-6. Alba, the quarterback. Sparrow to his right. In motion, Roberts. Alba pressured. Gets out of it, and here he goes. Downfield has a receiver. How about that catch? Roberts again.
Roberts is complete. Tackle made by number 3, Aaron.
That guy just finds a way. 25-yard reception by Sean Roberts. Goodness. Alba avoided the pressure, threw it downfield, and Roberts did the rest. Here we go, 6:45 to play in the third quarter. Alba rolling right, coming back to the left. He's going to keep it, 40-yard line, 35 to the 31. Great piece of running. You know, that's what I love about Alba. He can get out of the pocket, and he is a fluid runner and a strong runner. 22-yard pickup. That's a big play. You know, and once the defense sees that, then it keeps them honest. And when you're in a situation like CT is tonight, you really need that. Keeping the defense on their heels a little bit. 6:35 after the fumble recovery to get the ball as Grandview was knocking on the door. Alba, complete! What a catch! by M.A. Thomas.
All balls. Pass is complete to Thomas.
20-yard gain. And the first down. What a great athletic play by Mark Anthony Thomas. You see how quickly things can turn. Man, you get a turnover and don't quit. And here we are driving down the field and knocking on the door. Now we got to kick that thing in. 6:28 to play in the third quarter. Alba hands off to Sparrow, spins, trying to hold on to the football, and there are 5 Wolves all over it.
Sparrow on the carry.
And if there's one guy they're going to try to slow down, it's Malik Sparrow. So the other guys are stepping up. Hard running by Sparrow. The eyes are definitely on the Sparrow tonight. It's 5:55 to play in the third quarter. This is the Rock Restaurant, third quarter. 470 in Smoky Hill in Saddle Rock. Alba's pressured. Hold on to the football, he does. And a sack for the Wolves.
Sack on the play, going to bring up third and long. Sack made by number 23, Thomas T.J. Jenkins. Cleaned up by number 7, Daniel Graney.
.5:15, clock ticking. Here in the third quarter, third down and a long. 16 to go. Alba inside to Swanson, hit hard. And there were a lot of Wolves right there in a little lane to run, but there was no getting out of that one. Celebrating our veterans tonight on this Thursday night. Cherry Creek School District does a great job with this every season. Grandview and CT. Alba to the end zone. Overthrows it. Incomplete.
Alba's pass is intended for Robert. Falls incomplete. Will bring up 4th and 13 for the Cougars. Check that was 4th down.
Down play. So
will be 1st and 10.
I got confused a little. I heard a 4th down. I thought that was it, but thought there may have been something that I missed there. First down. They'll take over at the 15-yard line. 4:25 to play in the third quarter. Smith, hands off, running hard. Defense have to be physical, obviously, in every game, every week, but this is a physical football team, and I think Thomas is down. May have gotten the air knocked out, the wind knocked out on that play. Boy, he has just done everything for this football team. Slow to get up, and Mark Anthony Thomas. Once again, defense only last year, and the coaches asked him to play offense if he could, and you could see how valuable he is. And obviously walking off gingerly, and they will take a look at Thomas. That's tough to see. He has just done so much. They needed him on offense, and he has played both sides of the ball for this team and made a huge play tonight. Bunch of plays on defense. There's a run up the middle. So Kearns is in there. Pick up with 10 yards. So linebackers, you see Kearns and Williams, Watson, number 56. Antonio Collins, number 25 with his first start. Janik up front with Dean Dyer and Calvin Rodriguez. 26-6. Handoff up the middle. Wrap up, wrap up, wrap up. Antonio Collins. They force him out of bounds. Williams and Watson.
Big run on the play by number 8.
30-yard pickup.
Steps out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Play is good for Grandview. First down.
Slipping away right now. With Thomas out of the game. With 3:26 to play in the third quarter. The Rock Restaurant third quarter. CT having some trouble on defense again. Smith rolls right after the play action. He's going to keep it. And Rodriguez is there to make the tackle along with Swanson.
On the keeper.
6 yards.
Bring up 2nd and 4 for the Wolves.
After Smith keeps it. Ruiz doing a nice job at the corner spot. Along with Sconyers. Top of your screen. 2:53 to play in the third quarter. Billingsley again. Up the middle, and that's just way too much. Way too much. They're getting worn down right now. 15-yard carry.
Cherokee Trail 15-yard line. Plays good for Grandview. First down.
And that last possession, they lose the ball. Cherokee Trail jumps on it, and then they march downfield. So trying to keep him out of the end zone again. Billingsley to the 10, 9, 8-yard line.
Billingsley on the carry inside the 10-yard line to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Wolves.
2nd and 4 now. From the 9-yard line for Grandview as they lead 26-6. 1:53 to play in the third quarter. Handoff Billingsley to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made by number 62, Justin Fuller. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Thank you for watching CT Football, and thank you to some of our sponsors, The Rock Restaurant, of course, Golden Flame Hot Wings in Aurora, Dion's, and Mountain Dog Photography. Smith behind his offensive line, pushing forward, first down for the Grandview Wolves.
Smith on the quarterback sneak. Gets down to about the 2.5-yard line. Plays good for a Grandview. First down.
Well, you would think they would try to do the same exact thing here. We'll see what Smith does. And they do. And they're not, doesn't appear that he broke the plane from here, but see what the officials say. If he broke it, the call would have come a lot earlier. So nice job by the defense. Digging down deep here. Dean Dyer working hard up front.
At the goal line, going to bring up 2nd and inches.
Osborne is in there now. Here's the handoff. Billingsley into the end zone. Touchdown. Grandview. 24 seconds to play in the third quarter. Grandview scores again, 32-6 here at Legacy Stadium. 5A football in the state of Colorado. Week 5. Both these teams 2-2 coming into tonight's game. Officials wearing the camo caps to honor our veterans tonight. Smith pulls it, option left into the end zone for the extra point.
Smith keeps the ball. Making the 2-point conversion good. Pushing the score.
24 seconds to go. Third quarter, 34-6. Grandview leading the Cherokee Trail Cougars. In the week prior to the kickoff of the conference season, starting up next week for CT, they will take on Chaparral in the first conference game. Hayden Albaugh, the sophomore quarterback, with the start tonight. Once again, Ethan Lesge unable to play last week. And tonight, after suffering a concussion a couple weeks ago, and then Dylan James out for the season after leading CT in 2 impressive drives early in that game last week against Eagle Crest. And then Kyle Lothan came in, did a nice job, and then was hit hard, breaks his jaw. That poor kid had a rough week, and as did Dylan James and Lesge a week earlier. So then Hayden Albaugh, all of a sudden getting a lot of playing time. The sophomore quarterback, and we mentioned Grant Cicerone. He's a transfer from Chaparral. He would be in uniform. However, he has to sit out 5 games, so he won't be in uniform until next week. 19.9 to go in the third quarter, intended for Roberts, and a little bit to the left and overthrown.
2nd and 15 for the Cougars.
2nd down and long. .7 on the clock in the third quarter. Down 34-6. Albaugh gets loose, fires one downfield, another completion, and this is a big one. I believe to Bartles. Matty Bartles.
Number 21, Matty Bartles. Run down on the play by number 3, Aaron Harris.
60-yard reception. The sophomores hook it up. Hey, that's pretty exciting to end the third quarter. Trying to get in the end zone again.
And at the end of the third quarter,
34-6, Grandview leading
34, and the Cherokee Trail
here at Legacy Stadium. Wow, that was fun. Wide open, Bartles. Great call.
And once again, if we could direct your attention to
Don't
the
forget
south end zone.
to support our great sponsors here on CT Football. Every week, 3 margaritas, On Point Urgent Care in Aurora, Heads Up Salon and Spa, The Rock Restaurant, Golden Flame Hot Wings in Aurora, Dion's, right across the street from Legacy Stadium, Mountain Dog Photography, Olive Garden, Firehouse Subs, and Health Images. We're about to start the fourth quarter as the CT Cougars trying to fight their way into the end zone to start this final stanza here. Alba. Here come the Wolves. Back in the end zone. Intended for Bartles again. And they're going to call a hold on the Wolves. You saw the signal right there. Hey, great news.
Holding defense number 3. Half the distance to the goal penalty. Replay first down.
So they call the hold on Grandview, and Aaron Harris let's see if the Cougars can get in the end zone with 11:52 to play in the game. Alba, the quarterback, fires and incomplete. Roberts had not made his break yet.
Falls incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 3.
And you just never know what the situation is on that, whether it's the route or quarterback didn't have the right route or the receiver didn't have the right route. Timing issue, but extremely difficult for a sophomore quarterback to come in, start his first varsity game, having not really played a lot with these guys. Donovan, Swift, split out to the right. Another throw. Complete. It looks like close to the first down marker to Roberts, I believe.
By number 2, Jordan Kanapke.
Roberts kind of limping, pick up of 3 yards.
A little less than a yard.
Okay, so 3rd and 1 now. As you see the sticks. CT trying to get in the end zone, punch it in with 11:13 to play in the game. Legacy Stadium, Grandview in the black uniforms, CT. Alba, left side after he pulls it. First down. Looked like the option, and then Alba pulls it, spins out to the left for the first down, and a great effort. Coach Johnson wants these guys to leave it all on the field. Doesn't matter the situation tonight, no excuses. Play hard. Do whatever you can. Stay competitive. Alba. Hit hard, sacked at about the 13-yard line.
Sack for a big loss made by number 1,
and that'll hurt.
Clark.
Hopefully Hayden's okay after that one. 10-11 to play in the game. Hayden Alba, the sophomore quarterback, in the shotgun. And screen pass to Sparrow. Sparrow at the 9, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown! Malik Sparrow! Cougar touchdown! After the screen pass,
Pass caught by number 6.
Alba leads this team downfield and gets in the end zone. Great job by the youngster. And how about Malik Sparrow? Running so hard. Coach Johnson with Coach Looney. The extra point is good.
John Roberts is good. There was 9:57 remaining.
And that's playing with pride right there.
34.
On Cherokee Trail Football Live on the NFHS Network. 9:57 to play in the game. A special thanks to 3 Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant. What a spot. All the 3 margaritas around town, but we've got one right here. Across the street from the stadium. 3 Margaritas Family Restaurant. Supporting Cherokee Trail Cougars football 2017. After the extra point, it's 34-13. And CT no quit against the Wolves from Grandview. Once again, week 5. Roberts kick to the 20-yard line. And hit hard by Octavian Heimer. Good to see him getting physical. Heimer is a basketball player and tall, lanky guy. And that's a tough hit. And great to see that on special teams.
35-yard line.
Good job, Heimer. Octavian Heimer, 9:52 to play. Thanks for coming out tonight to Legacy Stadium. Thank you for watching wherever you may be this evening. Smith, handoff, up the middle once again. Right up the gut.
On the carry for a gain of 8 yards to bring up 2nd and short. Tackle made by number 45.
Nate Mellon, we haven't talked about him this evening. Number 45, another guy who's really played well, played hard, physical. Linebacker, got a lot of PT early in the season. He's at that one of those linebacker spots right now. Trying to wrap up. Defensive line.
For another nice game. Plays good for a Grandview.
Trying to do whatever they can to stand their ground with 9:12 to play in the game. Williams. Good job by Williams coming up, wrapping up.
Number 27
at the Cavs
on the tackle.
To make the tackle with 8:45 to play in the game. CT Cougars down 34-13. This quarter is brought to you by 3 Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant. 3 Margaritas. Slipping a couple of tackles. Swanson eventually brings him down along with Kearns and Williams.
A gain of about 12 yards.
And Billingsley is having a big night running the ball for the Wolves. Billingsley again. And you can
Yet
see
another big run.
that play right
by number
there.
8, Jordan Billingsley.
That defensive line
Good
just
for
having
Grandview. First
all
down.
kinds of trouble. 7:53 on the clock. And week 5 will be history, as CT will turn their attention to conference play coming up against Coach Dobbs and Chaparral, a very physical, big football team as well.
Billingsley on the carry, tackled by number 27, Julian Williams, to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Wolves.
Be an interesting game next week. Chaparral, a very good football team. And another hard hit right there. Perkins. Gabe Perkins in on the action on defense, on the defensive line now, number 54. 6:49 to play in the game. It's CT Football Live on the NFHS Network. You can check me out on Twitter at Blake Olson 1 and on YouTube, Blake Olson. Nice tackle, Mellon on Billingsley. 6:20 to play in the game. 34-13, 4th down, 7 to go for Grandview, 22-yard line. See what the defense could do here. Smith in the shotgun. He fires over the middle. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Right over the middle to Julius Carter.
Pass complete by number 16, Kyle Smith.
And the Wolves have put 40 points on the board.
Makes the score, Grandview 40, Eagles, sorry, Cherokee Trail 13.
40-13, 5:43 to go in the game. Here's the extra point, hits the upright. And it's been a chilly night here at Legacy Stadium.
Extra point attempt by number 46,
But
Kobe Wood.
a more difficult night for the Cougars. We've had to deal with a lot of adversity this week and not making any excuses at all. They knew it was going to be difficult, and these young guys want the opportunity to play. And coming out and playing hard against a really good football team from Grandview. This quarter of football, Cherokee Trail football, is brought to you by 3 Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant right here in Southeast Aurora. Thank you for your support. Drop by 3 Margaritas Family Restaurant and tell them you watched CT football and saw their advertisement tonight on this live stream broadcast.
Kickoff by number 56, Ian Artman.
5:43 on the clock.
Bringing up 1st and 10 for the Cougars from their own 20-yard line.
Trying to improve, trying to get better, trying to get healthy. And that's as important as anything right now. Although Dylan James will not be back this season, and neither will Dakota Rodriguez, one of the linebackers. Kyle Lothan will have to wait till next season as well. Hello to Kyle. You're a tough guy, man, taking that hit. And Dylan James, after looking at the tape, that was a pickup of 3, by the way. I believe he was hurt on a play at the near sideline last week and then went back out and was injured and played that play, sucked it up, and played another play and then got hit again. At least that's what it looked like to me when I looked at the tape again.
Number 26.
And man, it was hard to watch because I think he got injured here on the near sideline against Eagle Crest. And then went back out and obviously thinking about his injury. And that next play didn't go well at all. But what he did was really amazing at the Wildcat quarterback position before he got hurt. 5:02 to play now in the game. Alba rolling right and gets rid of it in time. Good job by the young quarterback. 4:57 to play in the game. 40-13 right now. Fourth down. Try to get this punt off. And get that snap back to Roberts. Just under 5 minutes to play. Another high snap. And this punt rolls down to about the 50-yard line.
Punt by number 15 falls dead at the 50-yard line. To bring up 10 to the roll.
Next week, Chaparral and the Cherokee Trail Cougars will go at it. Looking forward to doing that game again. Every game right here on the NFHS Network and coverage throughout the week. The coaches show, the pregame show with Joe Johnson on Tuesday nights, and then we play it throughout the week. Week 6 next week, kicking off conference play. 4:47 on the clock. Here's the handoff. And the defense is there. Jandik.
On the carry.
Dean Dyer. Watson in there. Williams. Kearns. Calvin Rodriguez. Antonio Collins, Swanson, Ruiz, Sconyers, Williams on defense. 4:13 on the clock, and it is ticking. Dragging him down at about the 47-yard line is Williams. So Grandview looks like they'll up their record to 3-2. Cherokee Trail will drop to 2-3. At the midway point of the regular season tonight. 3:25 left in the game. Handoff up the middle. Someone has to wrap up, and thankfully they do. Miles Ruiz.
Big carry by number 28. Gary
coming over to make the play.
Good for a Grandview first down.
15 yards. for the Grandview Wolves. Once again, thank you to our veterans, great men and women who make it all possible for us to enjoy liberty, freedom in the greatest country on planet Earth, 244, to play in the game, right up the middle.
Carry, following blockers Jack Rogers and number 86, Joe Renner.
So this would be a game where a lot of young players and inexperienced players at the varsity level got their reps and some good PT and will grow from this and improve along the way. Another handoff right side. At this point, John Schultz has a lot of respect for Joe Johnson, and they're just going to keep it on the ground, run base offense. It's a rivalry game, and a lot of respect from the players and the coaches, both sides here. .131 to play. Handoff up the middle and driving hard is Swanson. Number 1, Darius Swanson.
Number 29, Noah Smith on the carry. Plays good for Grandview. First down.
First down, Grandview. Just over a minute to play in the game. Thanks once again to our sponsors. And 3 Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant. The fourth quarter brought to you by 3 Margaritas. On Point Urgent Care, Heads Up Salon, The Rock Restaurant, Golden Flame Hot Wings, Dion's Mountain Dog Photography, Olive Garden, Firehouse Subs, and Health Images. Thank you very much for supporting Cherokee Trail Cougars football and CT Football Live on the NFHS Network, NFHSnetwork.com. And that'll do it. Both teams head to the sidelines and line up to shake hands.
Final score, Grandview 40, Cherokee Trail.
Malik Sparrow running hard again tonight. But just too many key players injured to make this thing work against the Grandview Wolves. So Cherokee Trail drops to 2-3 now as they get ready for conference play next week. The final 40-13 here at Legacy Stadium. I'm Blake Olson for Jeff Olson. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Friday and Saturday and Sunday, and we will talk to you next week from the Rock Restaurant on Smoky Hill in Saddle Rock. Have a great weekend.